which is a really good progression from bow staff. I think I'm going to lose a load of product. In this video, I'm going to be talking all about the 3-section staff we have for sale at Enso Martial Arts. I'm going to be talking about what it's made from, who uses it, what other options of 3-section staff we have at Enso Martial Arts and related products. I'm going to be talking about all its dimensions, and at the end I'm going to attempt in this shop a small demo, maybe, if it will fit. No, it won't fit. I'll attempt something with the 3-section staff in the shop to just give you a few hints and tricks of things to get started with 3-section staff. Hi, my name's Doug Swift. I've been doing martial arts for the past 33 years and I've been the owner of Enso Martial Arts for the past 16 years. If you're liking this video and you want to see more like it, click the little icon in the bottom right hand corner of the video, subscribe to this channel and get all the latest updates from Enso Martial Arts. So let's get into this video and learn all we can about the 3-section staff. So as the name suggests, this is a 3-section staff, so made from 3 sections. Now the 3 sections are made from waxwood staff, which is a really common wood in China and really used a lot for a lot of Chinese weapons. So all the staffs that you see in sort of Shaolin and Wushu are all made out of waxwood. So yeah, quite a common, reasonably cheap, reasonably durable wood, really good and fairly lightweight. So it works pretty well for the Kung Fu weapons. So yeah, made out of 3 sections. And these and the links between them are metal loops. So rather than the ball bearings that you typically get on nunchakus, which are really fast spinning, instead you get this very traditional loops. Now it has extra loops built in there, so you get a bit more of a jangle when you're moving it around, so it ends up being pretty noisy, so really good for demos, makes it really stand out and really noticeable. Now like I said, this is one of the more advanced weapons in Kung Fu, so it's pretty tricky. So people would tend to start off with like a bow staff first. Now a lot of people think this is like an extension of nunchaku, so you need to learn nunchaku first before you can learn the 3-section. In my experience, that's not true. You actually want to learn bow staff, so bow staff's the things to learn, and then when you're really good with the bow staff, you've got all your spins down, a lot of your tricks, then you want to move on to a 3-section. So all the really hard spins with a 3-section you can learn with a bow staff first. That's where I'd start if I was going to look at getting on to a 3-section staff. So like I said, these are mainly used by the Shaolin guys and the Wushu guys, which actually covers quite a lot of China in terms of martial arts. We do get some people doing Japanese martial arts that want to use the 3-section staff. I haven't actually seen them as part of like a traditional system, and it's just people wanting to play with them. But a lot of people that are learning bow staff in lots of different styles quite like to have a go with the 3-section, just because it's a bit of fun, a bit of extra danger factor, and like, yeah, they don't mind having a few clonks to like have a train with quite an advanced weapon. So let's just have a look at the dimensions of the 3-section staff. Each section tends to be about 2 foot. So you've effectively got what would be a standard bow staff and then chopped into 3 bits. So the sections on these are slightly longer, so they're sort of 25.5 inches, 65 centimeters. I've seen 3-section staffs where the middle one is slightly longer than the end 2, but usually they're cut down from one of the waxwood staffs that's about 195 centimeters. So the 6.5 foot Chinese waxwood staffs, and the 3-section staffs tend to be made out of these. Now I've seen ones that have got a longer middle section before. These ones are all exact sections, but sometimes it changes with the supply that we get from Enso Martial Arts. So just check on the website and we'll do our best to update the dimensions actually on the webpage, so you know exactly what you're going to get at the time. But either way, if the middle's slightly longer, it doesn't make much of a difference. It's only ever going to be like an inch longer, something like that. Now overall in terms of length, because of the metal sections, the staff tends to be a lot longer than what you'd get from a waxwood staff, say. So you're looking at over 2 meters. This is going to be quite difficult to measure. Oh, not big enough. So yeah, it comes in at almost exactly 7 feet. 213 centimeters. Fairly long weapon in the end in terms of space needed to be able to train in it. So I know for a fact that the width of this shop is just slightly under 7 foot. So in terms of doing some things in this shop, it's going to be really, really difficult. 7 foot is the total length. With the waxwood, of course, being a natural product, but they tend to just grow it in the length they want rather than then machining down to a perfect width like they do with the Japanese sticks. So you get a really natural finish. So you do get them fairly knobbly, but it's still super smooth wood, which is why it's called waxwood, because of the waxy feeling you get on the wood. So it's really, really, really smooth, but you always do get a few nobbles and lumps and bumps, which is actually really nice to train with. Gives you a little bit of grip, and it's nice just handling natural products, I think. So just having a look at the weight, weighs in at just around 650 grams. So at Enso Martial Arts, not only do we have the 3-section staff for sale, we also have another type of wooden 3-section staff, but with chain and ball bearings. Foam 3-section staffs and metal bow staffs that unscrew into 3-section staffs. As I mentioned earlier in the video, if you do want to get started with 3-section, it's really worth starting off with bow staff. So if you are interested in training with the waxwood 3-section staff, it's really worth getting a waxwood staff to start with and really get used to spinning tricks and having stuff flying around your head before you move on to 3-section staff. So it's really worth thinking about the waxwood staff. So as promised at the beginning of the video, here's a few tips and tricks to help you get started with a waxwood staff. Now, I don't know if this is a really good idea for my camera or my shop, but one thing to get started with is just simple spins over the top with the staff. So this is quite easy, just gets you used to spinning the staff. It's pretty noisy, but it just gets you used to having 2 ends spinning round by your head. Not too bad for the shop, not too dangerous. Now this one seemed like a really bad idea, but it seems to be working. I seem to be able to miss in my camera each time, which is really, really dodgy. But this is a really good progression from bow staff, just to get it spinning round and round. Well, I think I'm going to lose a load of product. So there we go, there's 2 things to get you started. I don't dare do anything else with this in the shop. I'm going to lose my head, or products, or my camera, which I don't really want to do. So yeah, 2 techniques to get you started and have a go with waxwood staff. I don't want to do any more. Thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. I hope you learned loads about the 3-section staff we have at Enso Martial Arts. Remember, if you want to see more videos like this, click the little icon in the bottom right hand corner of the video, subscribe to the channel and get all the latest updates from Enso Martial Arts. Thanks very much, and I'll see you soon. Cheers!